Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to another episode of Talking Halos. I am your host today, Jared Timms, and I am joined alongside my co-host, my partner in crime, Nate Green. Nate, how you doing?
I'm doing fantastic, Jared. Good to be here.
That's fantastic. Big win today for you guys, huh? Played,
Yes.
Alabama played Northwest Kentucky University of Idaho, right?
Yep.
Basically what it was.
Yeah. Our stars played half the game, just like Alabama would have.
Like,
So similar.
that makes sense. Yeah. I'm interested though in how did somebody use two pitchers and give up 22 runs? Like that is the most impressive thing I think I've ever seen.
It was.
Minus Vin Mazzaro's stat, but
Yeah.
so. All right, let's get this show started with the question of the day, Nate. I took this from our pal, friend of the show, Steven Risotto. I think I asked it on, I asked it on Twitter as well. If you saw it, you know. But what, as a player, what would you rather have? 3 World Series rings or go to the Hall of Fame? Tough question.
It is. It is for sure. For me, because
this is the way that I looked at it. Just gonna let you know, Ernie Banks or Jorge Posada. Who would you rather be?
yeah. So for me, being the competitive guy that I am, and just like I like winning, I think I'd rather have the rings. Especially because I'm in the moment. Like it's going to be something that I'm going to have. The Hall of Fame is something that I may or may not know I even got into. You know, it's possible I pass away before I even get into the Hall of Fame, and then there's like, okay, that's great. Like, you know, he was a Hall of Famer, but nobody's gonna know that. Like for me at least. And as a World Series or as a World Series winner, I'm gonna be able to walk around with that for the rest of my life, whether it's, you know, age 22 when I win my first ring or age 42 when I win my last ring, whatever. So I think I would rather win the World Series and just, you know, say that I'm a winner.
I'm with you on that. You know, I would rather, like, I look at it for me as a player, like, and I played in AIA, you know, like for you as well. I mean, this kind of can go for you. At your school, would you have rather won the national championship, D1, gone to Omaha, or gone into the Hall of Fame? You
100%. I
know?
would rather go to Omaha. 100%.
Yeah, no, I'm with you on that. Like, I would rather like have being in the Hall of Fame at an NAI Hope International. That'd be cool. Like having my number retired or whatever. Like that'd be cool and everything. You know, 100%. But like World Series or World Series, like championships or championships, like those are a little bit different. Like I said, at the end of the day, I look at it as would I rather be Ernie Banks? Ernie Banks never won a World Series or anything like that. Great player, Hall of Famer. Or would I rather be, you know, Jorge Posada, though I think Posada won a couple. David Cone, I think won quite a few. Like one of those guys. Like pick anybody that's not a Hall of Famer. That's not basically not Derek Jeter from the like 2000, like the 90s to 2000 Yankees. You know, like Paul O'Neill. Like Paul O'Neill has a couple
Yeah.
of rings. Like so, I don't know. Like I think I'd rather have rings. Like you, even Don Mattingly. Did Don Mattingly win any with the Yankees? Like, did he not?
That
He
was the
like
name that I was thinking of, but I don't think he did.
I don't think
He
so.
might have. But yeah, I mean, you look at the high school I went to, we had a shot to win a championship my last year, and we did not. But you go past the high school, and my name is on the wall for like the Wall of Honor. It's like, that's great. I would have rather won a ring.
Yeah, no, I'm with you on that. Though I don't care about high school, so that is what it is. It is what it is. So, Nate, before we get going, I have a show planned out for us. We didn't just throw like I've been thinking about it. I'm excited about this.
It's impressive.
It came along as the day had, gone on. We had one of those work days where I, just was not into it at all. It's baseball day.
Yep.
Um, but yeah, guys, if you could follow us wherever you're listening, subscribe as well wherever you're listening or watching us. You're watching us on YouTube. How you doing? If you're not, start watching us on YouTube. I know it's just two guys looking at you. A little bit weird. Maybe I'll gaze into your eyes a little bit. I'm just kidding. But yeah, we can have a lot of fun on here. I'm excited. Like I said, the YouTube's going to come in handy when we, start actually talking baseball, and always have the baseball in my hand. So we'll actually start, I think it's going to be good once we down the road and when we get a bunch of guests on and such like that. So don't forget to subscribe to us on YouTube. Follow us wherever, whatever Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. You can follow myself on Twitter at Jared_Timms. You can follow Nate at NateGreen34. So guys, after that horrible introduction, Nate, did you know you're world famous?
I did not. I thought that was only Taylor Blake Ward.
Oh no, Taylor Blake Ward. Yes, it's world famous Taylor Blake Ward. But no, pretty cool. I got a pretty cool message today from a follower of our show, Sam
Nice.
Riley.
Awesome.
I'll give you one. I'll let you take one guess from where do you think he's from? Sam Riley. Come on,
I
just
don't know.
throw a country out. Just throw a country, any country you want.
Let's just say England.
It's good. That's good. New Zealand.
Okay.
Sam Riley from New Zealand. I was pretty excited when I saw it. I get messages from time to time from people overseas, but New Zealand's that's a first for me. It's pretty cool. I not a lot of baseball down there, and Sam, if you're listening, would love to get you on the show. I know we probably have a giant time difference, but we will make it work. I promise. I think it would be a lot of fun to talk baseball with somebody who's not even from the United States. I just think it would be a lot of fun. Or maybe he is. I'd love to get the background on what how he got down there and stuff like that. So, but he had a pretty cool question for us. He wants to know what our expectations are for Joe Adell, and I'll let you start it off. Let's go expectations for next year. Just because he added this on as well. He said his growth this year will be huge, especially offensively with the current second base shortstop hole. I know that he doesn't play second base or shortstop, but I understand what he's saying.
Yes, like with the fact that we don't have a shortstop we can hit, we need somebody else to pick up some slack. So
Yep.
I get it. But so for me, if I were to expect Joe Adell, I'm expecting him to hit about 250. And if he throws up 20 to 25 home runs, I'm going to say it's a very successful year. As long as the defense is there and he plays smart on the base pass. Like those are the little things that I think he really needs to work on, is like he's got to be really, really smart defensively. He's got to be really smart on the base pass. Like it sucks when you have a guy who's actually fast, who's not that smart on the bases. And not to say that he's not super smart, but that's kind of,
let's say reckless on the base paths. I would say not much, but reckless.
Yeah. So if he can make some smarter decisions on the base path, then he hits 250, 20, 25 homers. That's a pretty good year for a guy who's going to play his first full year, finally.
Yeah, no, finally, especially. And he's still young. What is he, 22, 23 maybe?
Yeah.
He's still a senior in college when you think about that. Like, a lot of these guys that are getting drafted. Like, that's why I hold out hope for these guys that getting drafted out of high school that, the Angels are like, everybody's all worried about. Like, Joe, this kid's 22 years old. Like, what were you doing when you were 22? I mean, we were playing college baseball.
Yep.
But, I mean, when you think about it like that, I mean, he's 22. He's still got a lot of growing to do. He's not going to hit his prime till he's 25, 26. I mean, we're not going to see Joe Adell prime till that time. And he started, I think he started playing baseball a little bit later. I think he was a multi-sport athlete and kind of like that Jordan Adams route where he didn't play baseball full time. And we're going to see kind of a late development on those type of guys. But yeah, I mean, development this year is pretty big. I got to say that, I'm hoping that we see, like you said, 250. We're going to see a lot of strikeouts. There's always been the hole in his swing. Like if he has 150 to 200 strikeouts, if he gets 600 plate appearances, 700 plate appearances, whatever it is, and he strikes out 150 times, like that wouldn't surprise me. It's going to be, he has the power. We've seen the power. It's just if he, swings to his ability, if he has that ops field approach, like we've seen in the minors, that stupid opposite field power where he can use one hand and, hit it over the fence. And I know AAA is a little bit different and the ball flies there, but the power is there. Like there were reports of him as an 18-year-old hitting like 480-foot bombs in spring training. So the power is there, like it's always there. It's going to be there. So yeah, 20, 25, 30 home runs. Like I don't think he's technically is he technically a rookie anymore? No, last year was a rookie year technically, wasn't it?
Yeah. Last year.
Yeah. I mean, if you compared him to some of the rookies this next year, I think that you could say that he might have won rookie of the year with the numbers that I'm expecting him to put up. Like 250, 260, 25, 30, 20, 30 bombs. He's going to get a lot of protection in that lineup. He's going to hit farther down. I don't think he's going to have a lot of pressure on him in the 4, 5, 6 hole or anything. Like he's not going to bat second, third, fourth, fifth, unless if he's batting second, third, fourth, fifth, he's batting 320. Like he's putting up
hot.
Trout or so like
he's hot.
yeah, he has no pressure on him batting lower in the lineup. The only pressure that he's going to have on him is playing the outfield, and we've talked about right field at Angel Stadium, or the outfield in general. We don't think it's an easy place to play the outfield. I think it's, you lose the ball fairly easily off the bat. There's just weird ground to cover. It's a big outfield. There are some weird kicks in it. The high fence, I know it's not a high fence anymore, but the high wall in right field. So yeah, like expectations, definitely. I would assume him to get a step up in his game, but there's still the development side of things. I'm intrigued to know what he's going to do, where he is. Does he even start at the major league level? Like they ain't like, what's their, like, does he
He
start in
has to.
AAA? He almost
No,
has to, right?
he
Like,
has to start in the big league level.
I mean,
Unless he comes in not prepared in spring training. But like, if you come in prepared in spring training, he's got to start. He's got to start in the major leagues.
oh, absolutely. I would agree as well. I mean, you have a young kid like this, you don't want to waste his time down in the minors, because this is what everybody's fighting for, like the service time, and this is what the lockout's all about. But yeah, I mean, it's actually kind of an interesting thing to think about. Like, you have 4 outfielders right now, and I know Justin Upton's one of them, and you're like, oh, Jared, it's Justin Upton, but I mean, he's got a big contract attached to him. You almost have to play him in a sense. Like, I know that's not I know we
That's
want to
not
platoon
true.
him.
That's not true.
I know
We didn't play over Pujols last year.
I think it's a little different. I mean, Justin Upton is not Albert Pujols.
You're right. Albert Pujols deserves way more respect than Justin Upton.
No, Justin Upton's what, 33 years old? A 33-year-old, 34-year-old Justin Upton is not 40-year-old Albert Pujols.
Yes, but Albert Pujols deserves way more respect to play every day than Justin Upton did.
Well, yes,
and
we gave him what Pujols was, 100%. Like,
and we gave Albert Pujols no respect. So the fact that we give Albert Pujols no respect means that we don't owe Justin Upton any respect. That dude has got to come out and earn his money. If not, he's going to find his way on the bench. That's what needs to happen.
I don't disagree with you. I don't. Like I said, though, for $26 million, $20 million, 26, I think.
25, something stupid.
For $25 million, and yes, I hear it in your voice, for $25 million, it's just tough for me to play somebody on the bench, especially with the upside that Justin Upton has. So, like, I get it. I do. Like, I would love to see a platoon. I want to see him platoon. I want to see, if I had it my way, Justin Upton's playing first base this year. 100%. And you're putting Walsh, or no, yeah, you're platooning him with Walsh. Walsh is going to get the majority of the at-bats. He can play a little bit of right field. He can play a little bit of left field when Trout or when Marsh or when Adell needs a break in any of those positions. He can play the outfield. But like, if I had it my way, that Marsh, Trout, and Adell are in the outfield for 162 games this year, to get them the experience, to get them what they like. That's what you need out of Marsh and Adell. You need them to have the experience. Like, they put up the numbers at the minor league level. Like, I'm not worried about them at all at that position. Like, their development is fairly done at the minor league level. Now they got to figure out the major league side of things and figure out how they do it. Like that's where it's at. So if you're coming into spring training, and I think this is actually a legitimate question, if it is, who is playing the outfield, like there's a little bit of a logjam, but who, like, that's where I stand with it. Like, you need to play those 3 guys that I mentioned, but Justin Upton also deserves a chance. You're paying him that amount of money. You need to give him a chance to play the outfield.
If money is the reason why you're playing him, then you are not trying to win games. If that is the case, you are not trying to win a World Series. You're trying to make sure you don't look like an idiot for signing you had 5 years ago. And that's what it comes down to. I mean, you look at other teams and they don't do this crap. They're not like, oh, we pay this guy a lot of money. Like, who does that? The Baltimore Orioles. The Baltimore Orioles make sure that Chris Davis plays.
They're in a different spot. The Baltimore Orioles are in a different spot than the Angels. The Baltimore Orioles did not have.
They didn't. Ryan Mountcastle was right there. He was ready to play.
No, I'm not giving you that one. The you cannot say the Orioles and the Angels are in the same place. I'm not saying they're in the same place. I'm just saying those teams that aren't trying to win make sure that the guys play who get paid a lot of money. The teams who don't care, the Dodgers don't care how much money you make. It's what have you done for me lately? About the Yankees.
The Yankees are the same way.
No.
Done for me.
There's been times where it's like, why is Stanton playing? Why is Why is
Well, that's because they have 752 injuries, and they're just hoping that somebody's healthy. But
that's fair.
They don't care. It there was days where I think even in the playoff game, Gary Sanchez did not play. It's like
Gary Sanchez isn't making
$10 million.
he's not making that much money though. He's not
$10 million.
he's not even making 10 million. He didn't make 10 million. No shot.
I think he
I
made
give
10
you
million last
I
year.
give you a 6 on it. I give you.
I think he made 10 last
You
year.
can look it up. You look it up as we're switching over here. But yeah, hey Sam, we appreciate that. Obviously, I mean you got us going here. So appreciate the question, Sam. I appreciate you listening all the way down in New Zealand. That's pretty sweet. That's actually awesome. Didn't know that was a thing. I mean, I see charts of where people listen to podcasts and where people look at stuff that I put out there, but New Zealand is yeah, that is down there. How much is he making?
6.5.
You're welcome. Thank you.
That's a lot of money for a catcher who's not playing.
Thank you very much.
That's a lot of money for a catcher who's not playing.
6.5 for a catcher. I guarantee you he's not.
Who's not playing?
I guarantee you he's not in the top half of catcher's amount of money. Like being, what am I saying? Catcher salary?
Oh, I don't know about that. That's gonna be close. That's close. He's projected to make 7.5 this year.
7.5. I don't really want to get into this conversation, but it's a conversation that we'll have off the record because I know I'm right. So. All right. On to actual Angels news. We have Angels news, which is pretty cool. Nate and I agree on a signing, with the Angels as well. That's a big thing because we don't always agree with some of these signings, and we think that this is a good one all of a sudden. So Angels signed Daniel Ponce de Leon, former Cardinal, to a minor league contract. Last season with the Cardinals, he was 1-1 in 33.1 innings pitched, had a 6.21 ERA, a 6.11 FIP, 24 strikeouts, and 22 walks. Some more stats on him. Minimum 450 pitches thrown. He had the 5th highest four-seam fastball rate in all of baseball at 73.7%. Very high for fastballs. I'm not in on throwing fastballs that much unless your name's Aroldis Chapman, Garrett Cole, somebody who's throwing absolute ched, so I think that the Angels might have found themselves a diamond in the rough here in Daniel Ponce de Leon. I know that you have some stats somebody posted some stats from a couple of years ago, and he was pretty solid, like a sub-4 ERA as a starter. He was pretty good, and the Cardinals usually do a pretty good thing. A little more background. I'll say this, like I have a little more background on the signing as well. Angels have brought over a lot of guys from St. Louis in the front office part of things. So that's I wouldn't surprise me. I don't have any knowledge of if the Angels will. It wouldn't surprise me if the Angels made a couple more moves like this, where you saw some former Cardinals come over that are like fringy, like they might have had a good year or something in the past. Same thing with some DFAs that happened during the season from the Cardinals, if that happens. Just like we saw a lot of Braves come over because of Perry, we're seeing a lot of Cardinals. So just something to keep an eye out in the future. And the last thing on Ponce de Leon before we get going here, Anaheim kid went to La Mirada High School, which is actually in Cyprus, I believe. Went to Cyprus JC. Did you play against him? I don't remember.
No.
I don't think I played.
He's too old.
Yeah. Cyprus JC, and he was also drafted 4 times, which is unbelievable, by the way. So, Nate, what do you got on him?
Well, La Mirada's in La Mirada, so there's that.
Wow, I'm an idiot. It's not in Cyprus. Cyprus is the other side of the 91, huh?
Yeah.
La Mirada's not.
Yeah, but no, there's been some really good players out of La Mirada High School, so really good players out of Cyprus College as well, so that's another good thing. The cool thing about him is he can start, he can pitch out of the pen, he can long relief, he can be a 7th, 8th inning guy. Like, he is very versatile in the bullpen, which I think is huge because he can get big outs if you need him. Like, if he's throwing the ball well, he's a guy that I have no problem giving the ball to in the 7th, 8th inning. Also, if he's not throwing the ball that well, I have no problem giving him the ball in the 3rd inning down, 6, 7, 8, nothing, and just saying go eat innings, because he's going to do that. He's a competitor. That I just love the fact that he can start, he can pitch long relief, and he can pitch back into the pen as well. And the best part about it, minor league deal. So what's the worst? He's making $1 million. Yeah, like it's fantastic.
Yeah,
I've
I'm
been
100.
asking for these kind of contracts for I don't know how long.
Yeah, I'm 100% in agreement with you. When both Nate and I agree on a free agent signing like this, it's probably going to be on the minor league side of things. Though we do agree on some major league deals, but yeah, this is a nice little pickup for the Angels. I know that you look at his stats last year, and I rattled him off. You're going to be like, Jared, Nate, what the hell are you guys talking about? He has 6 ERA, a 6 FIP, like it wasn't even projected to be good or anything like that. There is, I think, in my opinion here, the Angels have done a very good job. Perry and staff have done a very good job of making guys find the strike zone a little bit more. If you look in the minors, that's something that I think that Perry really tried to pinpoint, is finding the strike zone a little bit more in the command side of things. So if there's one thing that I trust the Angels and their development on, it's teaching guys how to command, throw pitches over the plate. And it's actually, I'm actually quite shocked that he had a 73% fastball rate,
I think
last
that's
year.
something that they could help him with too. It's like, hey, let's throw some more breaking balls. Like honestly, that's kind of the hardest thing I think for a starter, a guy who's going to be both ways, is learning to only throw 2 pitches. Because some of these guys who have been starters their whole life, they want to throw 3, 4 pitches. It's like, hey, just go to the bullpen, throw your best 2 pitches, your fastball and slider, and just completely dominate everyone throwing fastball slider.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, I'm with it. I like it. I like it a lot. I think, like I mean, you said it. You said it well. There's going to be a lot of opportunity for him, and there's also, in those certain games. I don't know what I'm saying right now. I can't get the words out of my mouth, but you said it perfectly. I'm going to be honest there with you. So, last thing before we get everybody going here on Talking Halos, I want the perfect lineup, and we can thank perfect Angels lineup, by the way.
Who's playing shortstop?
Using the 40 man. I don't care. You can pick. I want the perfect lineup for you. Heading in the opening day lineup, everybody's healthy right now. Like, we're not worried about anybody. Nobody has injuries or anything like that. You don't need a starting pitcher, just 1 through 9. And we can thank is it Halo Hangout, Evan on Halo
No.
Hangout, who posted an article about that. If you want to go read it, go ahead and do it. But this has kind of been the fan contribution podcast for us.
Yep.
A lot of that. But Nate, 1 through 9, I want the perfect lineup. I guess we can kind of alternate. So leading off, what do you got?
Marsh.
I'm in agreement. Yeah, Marsh, center field.
Yep.
Cool. Seconds.
Trout.
Nope. No. I hang on. I flip flop. Trout's leading off for me.
I mean, I would love to do that, but realistically, it's going to go Marsh, Trout.
Well, no, I'm giving it myself. Trout's leading off for me. Like, I'm going to flip flop that right now. Trout's leading off and playing right field. In the 2 hole, I want Shohei Ohtani batting second.
Okay.
DHing or pitching, I guess, if whatever you want to put it at. 3 hole for you.
So we went Marsh. So yeah. So I went Marsh, Trout, and then Otani's going to hit 3 for me.
Cool. I want Rendon in the 3 hole for me. Righty, lefty, righty. Yeah, Rendon at third base.
I know that's what I'm trying to do. It's like, okay,
yeah,
I went
righty,
lefty.
righty.
So Rendon's 4 for me.
And then I go Walsh. Am I missing somebody? I think I'd go Walsh in the 4 hole for me.
Yep. And then I'm gonna watch you contradict yourself in about 2 minutes, so it's gonna be fun. Because I'm going to go Walsh batting 5th.
And I just say I got Walsh batting 4th, huh?
Yeah.
Walsh batting 4th. Then in the 5 hole, I know I'm going to contradict myself here.
Yep, there we go. That's what I've been waiting for.
Justin Upton.
Oh, I was waiting for you to say Joe Adell after saying he's not going to hit 1 through 4 or 1 through 5.
I mean, I'm okay with Adell batting in the 5 hole. I mean, I could put Adell here if I want. I'm trying to think. No. You know what? Adell in the 5 hole. You're right. I guess I'll contradict myself in a second.
After he just said Adell will not hit the top 5, but he will in Jared's lineup.
Yeah, he will. I mean, I'm just putting the best lineup together. I mean, I go righty, lefty, righty, lefty, righty right now, and now I go Adell.
Adell's 6 for me. So
yeah, 6 for me is Brandon Marsh.
Okay.
Yeah, Brandon Marsh and playing center field. So I got my outfield taken care of.
Yeah. 7th Stassi for me.
Lefty, I got a righty now. Stassi, I think, has got to be 7. So we're putting Stassi in the 7 hole. I think that's probably where he belongs. Trying to think if we're missing anybody. We got second base shortstop for us at the end here, right?
Yeah, that's it. Which for me, 9 is Fletcher. I'm letting Fletcher hit 9th.
Yeah. I'm let's see, Stassi. So lefty. I think Tyler Wade's a lefty, huh?
Yeah, he is.
And Efo's a lefty.
Switch.
They're both switch hitters, huh?
I think Wade's only a
Wade's
lefty.
Yep.
Rengifa's a switch.
I'll go. Yeah, I mean any shortstop, I guess, because they're going to probably be batting lefty, I guess, in a sense. So I think down here, if it's Renifo or Wade, if I had to pick somebody right now, Wade, I guess. Just in my opinion, I like Renifo a lot, but I don't know. That's a coin flip for me. I wouldn't mind either one of them. And then David Fletcher's obviously in the 9 hole for both of us.
I would have Wade hit 8th for me. Again, Rengifo hitting 8th is not going to kill me, but it's pretty much a coin toss at that point. And whoever saw it.
Yep. So without having any stats to back this one up, where do they rank offensively in the AL? Top. What do we got
in the AL? Oh,
who has a better lineup than that? Who has a better lineup than that in the AL? Let's.
Red Sox, Yankees, Blue Jays, White Sox, possibly.
It's close. I think that the best comparison to the Angels is the White Sox minus the pitching staff they have there.
Even though you tried to say they were better
offensively.
So 5th, and then
not anymore.
It depends on what Astros lineup, who they get and things like that. But
the Rangers, no, not yet.
Probably not.
Mariners, no. Kansas City in a couple years, but not yet.
No. Tigers, no,
not yet. Could be close. I'd say that's again our sleeper team. I feel like they're gonna be good again.
It is. So I think you're looking at the 5th best team offensively in the American League, which is
about right.
Yeah, but that's not great.
No, but I mean it's about right. It's probably put you top 10 in Major League Baseball ish. I mean,
no.
Well, not if the NL is gonna have DH this year.
Yeah, so they could be a lot better with the Dodgers are gonna be a lot better, and
yeah,
the Giants are probably gonna put up stupid numbers, so that would be 2. The Mets are probably gonna have projected as a top lineup. That'd be 3. The Braves are gonna be up there. That's 4. The Brewers are gonna do some things and be up there. That'd be 5. And then as long as Yelich kind of rebounds, that could be a dangerous lineup.
So I mean, to put
Colorado could be dumb.
Yeah, Colorado's always scary, but inflated stats in a sense, like Vanguard.
Oh yeah. Hey, they're gonna do what they're gonna do. So they're probably gonna finish right around middle of the pack in that 12 to 15 range in Major League Baseball and finish top 5 in the American League.
I'll give it a little before that. I'm a little more optimistic on this lineup. I think the Angels have. I think that, like I said, I'm more optimistic on the lineup. So I think they're a top 10 offense on paper right now.
They need a shortstop. They do. Somebody's got to pick it. Somebody's got to hit. They need a shortstop.
Yes, they do. Just go get Nick Ahmed. You don't have to spend very much on him. Just get a defensive-minded shortstop. That's all that you need. Or go give Trevor Story a 1-year deal.
You can give Trevor Story a 3 or 4-year deal and be fine too. So
yeah, they need a shortstop of the future. So Nate, any final thoughts before we let everybody go?
No, we were all good. It was fantastic. Really, really good show today.
Short, sweet, to the point. I love it. Hopefully we have good news moving forward. There was some rumors. I don't know how true they are. I don't know if you saw it, but there's some rumors about a lockout ending. Mm-hmm. I don't trust it. If you saw that, I'm going to be honest here with you. Wait for somebody legitimate to post something. I don't doubt it, knowing Major League Baseball, if that rumor is true. And if you're looking for that rumor, I'm not even going to say it. You can go find it yourself and you'll know exactly what rumor I'm talking about. But yeah, wait for somebody big to post it. I think I said that to somebody anyways today, but wait for that to happen. Passan, Rosenthal, probably Passan will break it when the lockout ends, and then expect 800 trades. Morosi maybe, yeah. Expect 1,800 trades or something on that day.
Is that exact number?
1,800. Yeah, I mean, if Photo's working, this off season, he's probably. But guys, thanks so much for listening and watching here at Talking Halos. Subscribe wherever you are listening or watching. Hello, YouTube again. This is a lot of fun. If you could, follow us on all our social medias, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. If you have any questions, if you want to jump on a show with us, more than happy to jump on. Like you said, we just love talking baseball. Love talking Angels baseball, but right now just baseball in general, because that's kind of all we got to talk about. Wish Nate luck on his date tonight. He's having a lot of fun.
That's not true. That is not true. He is lying. So,
all right, guys. So thank you so much for listening here, Talking Halos, and have a great rest of your day.